Hey guys, this is Patrick from the 90-Day Video Blog Challenge. Today is day 38 and going strong. So almost halfway there. I guess one more week. And I feel like, again, the just doing the actual blog, and I'm actually not rewatching the videos so much. I know I should, but I just don't feel like I have the time or drive, I guess, to do that. And it's good for me right now, just to get in the habit of doing a video blog. I really like it because it gives me a chance to reflect on my day and think about what happened during the day, which is important when you're trying to reach your goals, when you're trying to take right action, because we can very easily go through life, go through each day without learning something from the day or without getting something back from the day in the form of some new knowledge or just appreciating what you accomplished or something like that. And I think that doing this for me is more effective than keeping a written journal, just because I really don't like writing in a journal. My handwriting is crap, and I can never seem to write fast enough to get my thoughts down on paper. If I wanted to sit down and kind of type something up, I suppose I could, but for now this video blog thing is great because it lets me reflect on my day, and also I get experience talking in front of the camera, which has I've already noticed it helps me when I'm making screencasts for freelancers, but I think it's also going to help with Skype calls, and it even helps with in-person conversations. I notice myself kind of making more eye contact and kind of being more focused and engaged and noticing when I'm using words like So that's good. Today I want to share a quick little anecdote that I had. I was out shopping. I finished my Freedom Business tasks for the weekend, and I was out shopping. I got a big music festival coming up in Tokyo next weekend. Super excited about that. And I was out getting some party favors and things like that. And on my way back to the subway, I ran into a guy that I had met a few times. He had a party. I think the first time I met him, he had a party at his house with a whole bunch of people, and he kind of struck me as like a cool guy, kind of hippie type, but still not so crazy like a lot of people here are. So we we were chatting a little bit in front of the subway station, and it was really interesting. So uh, he was telling me about his new thing, which was coaching people, doing fitness coaching and helping people get more get a healthier lifestyle and kind of build up a physically active lifestyle. And he's doing that here in Japan. So he was when he was telling me about it, and telling me about his plans and stuff, it sounded like he was really desperate for some kind of testimonial sales. So I could totally relate to where he was at in his process, just doing kind of trying to get his name out there and trying to find some of his first potential clients. So, of course, coming from an SSM standpoint, I completely understand where he's coming from. So, I was trying to think of some people that I know that might either benefit from it or might be able to help him out. And I also asked him if he had a website yet. He said, no, not yet. He's just kind of focusing on talking to people and stuff like that. And he said he was trying to provide as much value as he can, and then hopefully in the future he'll be able to sort of monetize that. And I almost started talking about SSM, but I didn't. And the reason I didn't wasn't out of like some kind of malicious intent. It was just I feel like if we started down that path, that sort of conversation, I would have been there for a really long time, sort of explaining things and he may or may not have been at a point where he wanted to use that information. So I guess I didn't go into it right then and there just because he seemed like he wanted to kind of talk about what he was doing right now and not so much get advice. So I don't want to give advice so much if people aren't ready to take action on it or ready to, or if people don't want it. So, but anyhow, the what I sort of thought about after that conversation, it was really nice to run into him, and he gave me a few tips on eating healthy here in Japan, which was cool. And what I noticed after that interaction was that because I am starting this business and sort of have this passion for taking action and giving value to people, I met I met up with him, and the last time we interacted was before I joined SSM and before I kind of learned about all this stuff. And I noticed all the principles and triggers kind of coming into play when we were talking. There was like the likability thing, there was reciprocity, trying to give something back and give something for free, and then have that feeling of reciprocity kick in and kind of come back to you. He gave me a couple of business cards, and it was yeah, it was really interesting. I notice now that when I talk to people, a lot of my conversation tends to focus on maybe finding out what their problem is, or finding out what their goals are or dreams are, and then figuring out if there's anything of value that I can offer, any way that I can help in whatever way might be beneficial for them. So definitely a new mindset and something I noticed today after that interaction. And I hope all of you guys, if you're watching this, are seeing this idea of giving something of value, of helping people, coming from this position of how can I help, kind of taking that not just with like a one focused client interaction, potential client interaction, but really if you start to bring it into your whole personality and your whole mentality, and it becomes part of your operating procedures just in life in general, I think these principles will serve you well in social interactions, in anything, any kind of human interaction. It doesn't have to be sort of customer and business and paying customer kind of interactions. It can just be friends. It can be acquaintances, people you just met for the first time. So it's a really really important set of tools that we're learning here in SSM that apply beyond creating a business. So yeah, I hope you guys are seeing that in your own lives. And if not, just take a look and sort of start to notice the interactions you have with people around you. And I think you'll definitely see these psychological triggers at work. You'll definitely see people that have no idea what SSM is sort of doing these things unconsciously. And now that you notice it, you can also put it to work for your benefit and the benefit of everyone around you. So that's what I wanted to share today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all tomorrow for number 39. Alright, take care.